penultimate gel.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
And the Chiefs offense ready to go on 1st down and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Mahomes pass.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless 1st quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. There he goes left side. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. We got him. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
The score, Bears 8, Chiefs.
They wasted no time showing how aggressive they're going to be in this game. They get the quick score, and then they go for 2, CD.
Surf's up, partner. And when surf's up, you ride the wave. They felt great about that quick drive, put it in the end zone. Why not go for 2? They felt comfortable with the play call that they had.
And the home crowd loves it. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now on comes the Bears offense as they'll be called in to go for 2. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
16. Chiefs, nothing.
16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports.
16. Chiefs, nothing.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaken. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works, and that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
4th down.
On 4th down, here's KC punter Tyler Newsome. That's pulled in at the 32. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Number 30.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Anthony Hitchens brought him down. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Brady's throw there complete.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Bears 24.
Thorough domination right now, and the game plan is simple, obviously, Charles. They're going for 2 after every touchdown, and it's 24-0.
Don't you just get the sense right now that they're just flexing? I mean, you'd be able to do whatever they want, how they want, 3 two-point conversions, and now they're up 24-0. So essentially they gained a field goal out of it without even trotting the kicker out there.
And now here comes Kansas City.
And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
1st down, Kansas City.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey.
Pass.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
44-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. J.J. Watt that time able to do what he does best, and that's sack the quarterback.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Tyler Newsome now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 23. A great return there of 22 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Chicago offense set to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
The 34-yard line.
Now a play fake. Brady. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown, Chicago. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears add on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It's something we've said a million times, but we were treated to a fine performance in the first half from Tom Brady. His guys are on the road to Blowout City. They lead it big as we send you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Returnable here for Hester. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And Hill will opt for the touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script the start of half.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Patrick Mahomes sacked.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bears.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. This one caught by Ridley. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Calvin Ridley, 36 yards. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!"
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
3rd and inches.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared. I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
KC's offense ready to take over. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. One thing I think that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Is no good. That keeps the score.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Chiefs.
On 1st down, Mahomes got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line.
A gain of 12. First down, Kansas City.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Mahomes pass intercepted. The Bears take over first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Santos with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on. There is a flag down.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long. One final try from Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move on to the next one.